You're looking to start some influencer marketing, aren't you? If you're watching this video, it's probably because you've decided to partner with some creative and influential minds to bring your brand to life. The problem is you don't quite know where to start. Hey, this is Brinn from Ubiquitous, and I'm coming at you live with some Influencer Marketing 101. I love the sound of a fresh Diet Coke opening in the morning. It probably feels like you are drinking from the fire hose with all of the things you need to accomplish for this campaign to actually happen. You need to create the campaign goals, find influencers, outline the creative components, follow up on deadlines, manage multiple creators, track your results, and that's just the beginning. Luckily, we've been in this influencer game a while now and have helped brands like yourself find the perfect creators to run an earth-shattering campaign. So if you're ready to start influencer marketing this afternoon, grab a notebook and a pen. Here are the 7 steps to making it happen. First things first, when you're starting a new influencer marketing campaign, setting goals, KPIs, and establishing budget are a critical first step. This goal varies from brand to brand, industry to industry, but at its core, it's looking to achieve one of 3 outcomes: brand awareness, sales, or direct response. Remember, your goal needs to be one singular objective here. Don't try to kill multiple birds with one stone, or your campaign might suffer in the long run. Quick DC pause. Anyway, with your new campaign goal set, we now move on to KPIs, aka key performance indicators. These are those metrics that you use to determine if your campaign is performing up to par or if you need to make some improvements. KPIs might be the single most important way to measure your campaign success. So setting these is just as important as setting the rest of your campaign goals. One important thing to note here is that your KPIs for your campaign can vary depending on which platform you choose, i.e. TikTok versus Instagram versus YouTube. While most brands like to focus on follower count for KPI, we here at Ubiquitous always focus on CPM and views instead, as they are tangible evidence driven by data inside our favorite platform, TikTok. Budget makes or breaks a campaign. If you are not establishing a budget in the beginning stages of this process, this will come back to bite you later when influencers invoice your team for a big number. Stay on top of your budget by setting it long before you do any influencer outreach. Some influencers cost thousands of dollars a post, while some just want a little product in exchange for a few videos. So, finding a balance between the two is the best recommendation for new brands stepping into this influencer marketing space. Be willing to set aside a chunk of change, a couple hundred up to $1,000, the same way you would for ad spending on Facebook or Instagram, and dedicate it to running the campaign completely focused on influencer promotion. Just because you set goals for influencer marketing doesn't mean you're now stocked up with an influencer marketing strategy that will take your followers from 10 to 10 million. You need a plan of action that will help catapult you and your brand into the world via the help of an influencer. This is where you will set the strategy that will get you those lofty goals. This strategy will help outline all of the steps needed to hit your marker of success and keep everyone on track from start to finish. The strategies you choose here are entirely dependent on the goals you set earlier. While strategies may vary from brand to brand, the general idea is that you create a concise strategy that directly serves the goals you set for the campaign. For example, if your goal is to increase brand awareness, it might mean partnering with multiple influencers inside of a specific niche to establish credibility with the audience. Maybe you want to bump up sales of a product, so you find a few influencers to send the product to and make engaging review videos. You really cannot go wrong with whatever strategies you choose to use on this campaign, as long as you stick to them. Knowing this strategy before approaching influencers is key to aligning your brand with the right creators for the job. Here's where the fun actually starts: finding these influencers. You might think that 5 minutes on the TikTok For You page will land you the perfect match for your next campaign. But the fact of the matter is that this actually requires some research. Go back through your strategic selections and think about what types of influencers might be best suited for this campaign. Would a group of comedic micro-influencers be a better fit for this small, boisterous brand? Maybe you need a tech-savvy influencer to review your latest product in a testimonial-style video. Spending the time to really dive into these social media platforms where the influencers live is the first step to finding the perfect fit for your campaign. Here are a few notes of advice when you go searching for these folks. Aim to find 5 to 10 influencers for your first test campaign. That way you can see what really works best with your brand and what doesn't, so you can double down on the good, drop the bad. Nano influencers are a great option for brands looking to partner with creators but have a limited budget. These influencers often have a smaller following that is highly engaged, which can actually benefit your brand more than a larger creator with less engagement. Be willing to explore other areas your brand may never touch. Chances are, if you can't go there as a brand, a creator probably can, and that can make all the difference in your campaign's success. Hang on. I need another DC pause before I make this next point. Oh yeah. Do you know what kills every failed influencer campaign? A lack of organization and clarity. Most brands that jump into influencer marketing do the work to plan, but they forget one critical component: the creative brief. The creative brief is like the Bible of your influencer marketing campaign. It contains all of the campaign goals, strategies, requirements, and your offer. It's simple, straightforward, and right to the point. This brief is not to be used as a prescription to the influencer, telling them exactly what to do. Rather, it should be used as a reference to the needs of your brand. One thing we like to emphasize when working with creators is freedom with guardrails. You don't want to hire a creator and then limit their creativity, right? This creative brief is the perfect way to make sure all parties involved are on the same page and can use it as a constant throughout the project. Before you send influencers out into the wild to create content for your brand, you need to set a testing period. These testing periods are opportunities for the influencer to create under the guidelines you've set, knowing there's room for improvement and adjustment. Remember when you used to run those Facebook ad sets back in the day to see which would perform the highest? This is just like that. You need time to test your influencer content and see which ones perform and which don't. The beauty of working with influencers on a platform like TikTok is that the testing period is significantly shorter than that of Facebook or Instagram ads. TikTok is all about rapid content. Thus, brands only need to test an influencer marketing campaign for 7 days to see results. With clear results in hand, you should have a good idea of whether or not this partnership is going to benefit your brand or not. From there, you can double down on what works best and throw away what doesn't to continue optimizing this effort. Once you are armed with the influencer's content, whether it's on your social media channel or theirs, it's time to start sharing it with the world. We're a TikTok-focused company, and we've seen a unique trend over the last 2 years where brands have flipped the script and started focusing on TikTok first and other channels second. While Facebook and Instagram still hold their relevance in the influencer space, platforms like TikTok are becoming more and more popular for younger audiences due to the powerful algorithm that serves up thumb-stopping content. Thus, the brands that are truly killing it in the influencer marketing game right now are making content for TikTok and repurposing it across the rest of their social channels like IG and Facebook. That's the massive value of working with influencers these days. Just because they made content for one social channel doesn't mean it has to stay there. You can take that content and reshare it anywhere you'd like. The last and final step to crushing your influencer marketing campaign is to review the campaign's performance. Once you run your initial test period of 7 days, it's now time to sit back and look at how your campaign performed across all influencer channels. Go back to your original goals, KPIs, and budget and ask yourself, did this campaign get me one step closer to my goal? If the answer is yes, look at the reasons for success. Was it a particular influencer's style that drove popularity? Was it a specific type of video that hooked the audience's attention? Whatever the methodology was, make note of it so you can rinse and repeat that process again. If the answer is no, dive into the reasons why this campaign missed the mark. Once you've identified where the miss was, you can eliminate that process and hone in on what works. I only have one question for you. No, come closer. What are you waiting for? The ingredients are right there for the taking. All you need to do is follow the recipe. Do yourself and your team a favor, run down into your office and round up all the marketing people for a super secret social media meeting. Then show them this insanely helpful influencer marketing video you just saw and watch their jaws drop to the floor. From there, follow these exact steps one at a time and watch as influencers begin to flock to your brand. By the way, if you're a fan of influencer content like this, we're coming your way with more tips, tricks, and insights to help you shake the internet. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And as for me, I'm gonna finish this Diet Coke.